Hi guys, this is Jessie Countryman. I spent the last 2.5 months on a missions trip to northern India, where I partnered with a team of long-term missionaries who worked there. This team lived in a city of 3.5 million people, and they focused on sharing the gospel with two specific people groups, the Rajputs and the Brahmins, the two highest castes in the Indian caste system. I spent the summer learning Hindi, the local language, and working at an orphanage for kids who live with HIV and AIDS. But my main goal this summer was to make friends with Rajputs and Brahmins of my own age, to hopefully share the gospel with them and then pass on that friendship to the long-term team who lived there so they could continue to share the truth with them. The first few weeks of my summer were spent in prayer, and I asked God to show me who would be receptive to the gospel, who to pursue. And then the Lord brought me to Shweta, a 20-year-old Brahmin girl. She invited me to her house so that we could have tea and get to know each other better. And as we talked in our living room, she mentioned that she had studied the Bhagavad Gita, one of the holy books of Hinduism, since she was a little girl. She told me that in this book, the Lord Krishna, one of their gods, met a man named Arjun and told him the ways to live a holy life. Hindus like her family study this book vigorously to learn what is right and what is wrong. I had asked her, do you use the Gita as the standard for your life? And she said, you can't possibly follow the Gita word for word in a modern day setting, but I understand its principles. As the conversation progressed, we discussed the different festivals and rituals that their family practices, all worshiping and pleading with various gods and goddesses. And soon she said something most surprising. She said, I don't believe that these rituals are actually true. I think it's a good thing to believe in God, but these rituals can't be the true way. And at this, I realized that despite all of the knowledge and familiarity she had with Hinduism, it hadn't captured her heart. I could debate the Gita versus the Bible all day long, but I wouldn't touch anything important to her, because that's not who she was. Instead, I had to pray that the Holy Spirit would continue to soften her heart towards the gospel. I had to pray that God would show her the lies of Hinduism and reveal to her the truth of the gospel. And as the summer progressed, I talked to others like Shweta, people who practiced Hinduism because it was the only thing they knew. But deep down, they were really searching for the truth, even if they didn't realize it. Thank you so much to all of you who gave to me financially, who supported me in other ways, and who most of all prayed for me. Thank you for becoming my partners in India. Thank you for your support, for we were able to do so much more together than I ever could alone. God used us together to plant seeds of truth in people's hearts in India this summer. Every church planting movement in history has been preceded by a great prayer movement. So I ask you, please join in me in prayer for the people of northern India. Pray that the Holy Spirit would move inside the Rajputs and the Brahmins, awakening them from the hazy fog of Hinduism to his clear love. Pray that their hearts would soften to his truth, that they would hear the gospel and accept it. Pray that they would find the freedom we live in through the love of Christ. If you're interested in hearing more stories from this summer, if you'd like to learn how to support missionaries in northern India, or if you're considering going into missions yourself, I would love to talk with you. You can contact me through email or by my phone. And here's my information.